18 WJTS News, I'm Charlotte Olson. An Orange County man injured in a late November chemical explosion at a Huntingburg diesel shop has passed away. Officials with the Huntingburg Volunteer Fire Department confirmed on Wednesday that 54-year-old John Deal of French Lick passed away at the Enziki Health in Indianapolis on Monday. The accident took place at Styline Diesel on Monday, November the 27th around 8:30 a.m. Huntingburg Fire Department spokesperson John Smith told us that after the incident, Deal was cleaning in a service pit when fumes from a solvent-based cleaner built up and ignited. He said that after the explosion occurred, Deal exited the service pit with his clothes ablaze, and a fellow employee used an extinguisher to put out the flash fire out before others arrived. He was taken by ambulance from the scene to Memorial in Jasper and was eventually transferred to an Indianapolis medical facility for further treatment. No other injuries were reported in the accident and no apparent damage was sustained to the Styline facility. An investigator with the Indiana State Fire Marshal's office was called in to look into the incident. A celebration of life ceremony for John will be held at 6 o'clock tonight at the Redemption Christian Church in Jasper. Burial will be to follow at a later date in the Crystal Community Cemetery. A caucus is planned to fill a soon-to-be open position at Ferdinand Town Hall, and the DuBois County Democrats have scheduled the caucus to fill the office of Ferdinand Clerk Treasurer after the recent announcement by Bev Schulteis to step down from the post. The caucus will be held in the council meeting room of the Ferdinand Town Hall on Monday, December the 18th, beginning at 6 p.m. Schulteis recently announced that she would resign from the position, and Bev has been the clerk treasurer of Ferdinand since 1988 and has been a town employee since 1977. Residents living in the precincts of Ferdinand 1 or 2 that would like to be included in the caucus should complete a declaration of intent, or a CEB-5. It must be received no later than 72 hours before the caucus. Precinct committee persons for Ferdinand 1 and 2 will approve the appointment, and once a replacement has been selected, Schulteis will serve as the deputy clerk treasurer and provide training to her successor until her retirement takes effect on December the 31st. 2 people were injured, but no charges were filed in a 2-car rear-end collision on Wednesday morning north of Ferdinand. The DuBois County Sheriff's Department says that around 7:15 a.m. yesterday, a passenger car driven by 49-year-old Stephen Duncan of English was traveling north on State Road 162 and failed to notice a crossover SUV driven by 30-year-old Allison Sneeders of Troy, which deputies say was stopped in the northbound lane of 162, waiting to make a left-hand turn on County Road 700 South. Authorities say that Duncan could not stop his vehicle in time and rear-ended Sneeders' SUV, and Duncan was taken to Memorial Hospital in Jasper by ambulance to be treated for left knee pain. Sneeders was also taken to Memorial after she complained of neck and back and shoulder pain. Also, Sneeders' 3 young children, ages 4, 3, and 5 months, were backseat passengers in her SUV. Deputies say that despite no visible injuries, they were taken to Memorial as a precautionary. Deputies pointed out that the proper use of child restraints on all 3 children prevented or greatly reduced the seriousness of the potential injuries. No charges were filed, and State Road 162 was shut down for about a half an hour while the accident was being investigated and the scene was cleared. The DuBois County Sheriff's Department was assisted on scene by the Ferdinand Police Department, first responders with the Ferdinand Fire Department, and Memorial Hospital Emergency Medical Services. Congratulations goes out to the Southern Indiana Leatherneck Detachment in the Ireland St. Patrick's Day celebration. They were today's recipients of a $1,000 grant courtesy of the DuBois County Community Foundation's 12 Days of Giving. This is a year-end granting blitz to local nonprofits. The Marine Corps League is dedicated to assisting veterans from all branches of the service and visiting veterans in hospitals or nursing homes, participating in honor guard for military funerals, and provides morale and financial support to families of veterans and currently deployed servicemen and women. Meanwhile, the St. Patrick's celebration works for the betterment of the Ireland community, supporting community organizations and efforts to improve connectivity through new sidewalks. And the Southern Indiana Leathernecks Detachment and the Ireland St. Patrick's celebration are now eligible for a $10,000 grant chosen by the public on Facebook. The public can cast a vote this coming Tuesday, December the 12th from 7 a.m. until 6 p.m. for the nonprofit that they wish to receive the final $10,000 grant. A total of $22,000 will be granted to local charities during the 12 Days of Giving, and this year's 12 grant recipients were chosen from last year's grant recipients. You can learn more by visiting the Community Foundation's Facebook page or by calling Nona Baker at 482-5295. The Indiana Department of Transportation says that a railroad crossing repair project has been scheduled for next week for US 231 north of Lagodi. INDOT says that beginning on or around Wednesday, December the 13th, railroad crews will close Highway 231 from US 50 to State Road 58 to replace a crossing between County Road 1200 North and State Road 58, just north of Bramble. Work is expected to last for about 3 days depending on weather conditions, and during that time, local traffic will have access up to the point of closure. All other motorists should use the official detour using State Road 58, Interstate 69, and US 50. INDOT urges drivers to slow down and stay alert near crews, and motorists can learn more about highway work zones and other traffic alerts at indot.carsprogram.org or by calling 800-261-ROAD or 511 from a mobile phone. Follow INDOT Southwest on Twitter and Facebook. Earlier this week, District 47 State Senator Aaron Houchin received the 2017 Legislative Excellence Award from the Indiana Prosecuting Attorneys Council for her work in the General Assembly last session. While presenting the award, Tippecanoe County Prosecutor Patrick Harrington said that Houchin was chosen for her leadership on 2 key bills during the 2017 session. This legislation includes Senate Enrolled Act 322, which allows a DNA sample to be taken upon felony arrest and sent for testing after a finding of probable cause, and also her work on Senate Enrolled Act 324, which gives prosecutors the ability to enhance sentences for certain quantities of heroin sold over a 90-day period. Senate Enrolled Act 324 was included in the House Enrolled Act 1406, and Harrington added that Houchin was diligent in her efforts to pass these bills, which will go far in helping prosecutors shut off the supply of heroin poisoning in our communities every day. He says that because of her, Indiana is a tougher place for heroin dealers and a safer place for Hoosiers to grow, work, and live. Houchin remarked by saying that she has a deep appreciation for the good work of prosecutors and other law enforcement officials do, and she says that she knows firsthand how challenging yet rewarding their jobs can be. Houchin was first elected to the state senate in 2014 and represents Crawford, Orange, Harrison, Perry, and Washington counties, and also eastern Du Bois County. And keep it right here, because up next we're going to take a look at your weather summary.